Oh my god, the amount of damage is just fucking crazy. What the? Are you getting tired of getting hit like a truck by the overwhelming chopper that somehow still works in Clear Sky? Do you have a wife and a family you have to take care of and really want to grind 1.7 but you cannot? Do you have that bad RNG you cannot finish any classified gear or just want to grind for the mask? Well, the RNG is shit and NPCs are hitting like trucks, so why don't we just uninstall this game already, huh? I'm just kidding. Just because it's 1.7 doesn't mean you have to wear a classified gear set just to dominate, you know? You can always try to build a ninja bike build or this particular build I'm gonna show you.
But I think you're playing with SpeedTech.
He's really fast.
But before we go right into the standard, showing stats, showing build, showing all that stuff, let me tell you guys what is really good about this build and what's making it so powerful or compatible with the other builds.
Not running position, not running position.
I'm waiting right here, bitch. Come here.
Triggered! Anyway, let's take you through this these stats where I'm showing you right here the extended high build for the 1.7. When it comes to the build, it is pretty much set up like it was back in patch 1.6. You can either use Barrett chest piece for mostly for solo, or you can use Vigorous chest piece for team play. When it comes to major attributes, you want to go from the maximum and you want to focus on health and skill haste if you can, because I don't really run skill haste on this build, and then ammo capacity because this build is pretty much like made for solo build. I am a solo player and I am lonely. I don't have friends, bro, so pretty much this is the build I got, you know. But anyway, you can run also Tenacious, or you can run Refreshed, Rehabilitated, Pharaoh. It's all up to you. Specialized Backpack and Skull MC. But what is the main point with the extended high-end, which I call it X10? It is pretty much the classified pieces that we get in this 1.7 patch. It boosts my primary stats, my main stats, even higher. Like if you would wear a normal piece from 1.6, which, or 1.7, which is Tenacious, or just a normal piece, the total amount you will the maximum cap is pretty much like 1,271 firearms, stamina, or electronics. Now with classified you can get 1,401, which increases much higher, and that's really great. So in other words, if you want to build according to my build, take a look at this tab right here, which is shown here, and build up from that. It has guides to the right, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and all that stuff, what it means, and yeah, it's pretty explainable. Another thing what I wanted to show is that when you run solo, there's this skill, a talent called Determined. With Determined, you can get back your signature skill real quick, and I highly recommend that you use it as a secondary, and then you can have a primary as deadly, responsive, competent on an LVOA. You can use MP7, you can use MG5, you can use any type of weapon with this set. It is a very strong build, and it's pretty much just an upgrade for the from the 1.6 to 1.7 when it comes to high end. You also might want to ask, like, why would you use this high end when you can use classified? The high end doesn't have classified 6-piece bonus. Well, let me tell you something. Let's take a Lone Star for a example. Lone Star has the 6-piece talent, which increases the fire rate by 20% and increase weapon damage by 20%. Now that is much higher than Skull MC itself, indeed, but we're gonna talk about that I use and prefer mostly Tenacious. It's because of how I roll my gear, how much health I got, and how much heal I get from overdose, because I'm not using booster shot. Only in team play I will use booster shot. That will grant me enough heal to survive as a solo player with overdose. Tenacious is 10% increased damage. Skull MC is 16. Specialized backpack grants you the heal that Ninja Bike won't give you, and Barret chest piece gives you also 5% damage, 10% more armor protection, and also 10% more skill power when your skills are not on cooldown, which means you can activate your pulse with a higher skill power because of the Barret chest piece, and that makes the Barret chest piece a very good dominant chest for solo play. I know, relax, we got it. This is the build. Alright, so as I was talking earlier about the Determined, this is the talent. Determined, killing a target reduces all skill cooldowns by 7.5%. Now that is pretty good. Yeah, you should try it yourself. And we got Deadly and Competent as secondary, and then we got Responsive, Deadly, Competent, right? So as I displayed anyway. But the primary, if you do want to 1v1 somebody or something kind of like full power, you do have this option right here, which is the Barret chest piece. Tenacious, Classified Lone Star, Classified Deadeye. I mean, it doesn't have to be File Measure or any classified, okay? Just remember, not at the same thing, not both at the same thing, because Skull MC relies that you don't have any set bonus active when you are having this build. Alright, so as standard, as usual, we're gonna look at the background stats. Not too much to brag about too much. I mean, 11% critical hit chance. My ancestors would be disappointed, but anyway, 114 critical hit damage, headshot damage, 80. I mean, you might probably say like critical hit chance is too low, but I can tell you this hits. Alright. When it comes to skill haze, I don't run any skill haze at all. It's just good to have something, you know. So here's go, 8%. Max health 218, and when I run and kill somebody, I would be running with 210k heal. But I will also start with the Barret chest piece, which gives me the 20% critical hit damage, or you can run this or any of those, but yeah, this is what I get with this skill power. Alright, when one roll the Barret chest piece, it is the standard thingy. It is 3 pieces firearms, 2 pieces electronics, and this is everything. So here, firearms, knee pads, electronics backpack, electronics gloves. Alright, firearms, electronics, everything. The most important thing here you're gonna remember is that when it comes on chest, you're gonna have health. Holster, you're gonna have health, and knee pad, you're gonna have health. When it comes to mask and backpack, it's skill power and skill power. This is where I get my skill power from. I have it from here. This is where I gain so much skill power. Some people asking me this all the time, and this is where I get it from. I also run Determined on pistol because you know, I like to use pistol and stuff. And let me see, the talents I usually use on the move. For the 1v1, you probably would just use One is None, Triage, and Strike Back, and Critical Save. Why I use Triage? Well, if you would just have to have like you're on your last segment of your heal, of your health, sorry, and you wanna heal yourself with a med kit, and you have cooldown on your heal, right? So what pretty much happens then is that I'm gonna put myself to low HP, and then I'm gonna send away shit. There we go. Let me see. It's gonna be on cooldown. I'm gonna put myself to low HP here just for you guys to see. And you wanna look at the my health now. Cooldown on overdose. Boom. Triages. On the last segment, triage will trigger for this skills, and it is pretty effective. And in total, you would be having competent, you have 5% from the Barret when one skill on cooldown, adding tenacious into the mix, and suddenly you have 21.9k base damage. If you would run booster and overpower somebody with Barret chest beast, you would be having 32. Alright, and that's pretty a lot, I'd say. Be aware though, if you would medkit not in last segment, you will not have the triage, and it's pretty much a bad description of the triage in my opinion, but that's how the division is, and I'm gonna have to live with that. Weapon mods are important. So the primary weapon mods I have here is on my primary weapon is still critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and headshot damage. Same on this one, critical hit damage on this one. And when it comes to magazine, it is the extended magazine with critical hit damage instead of critical hit chance. Believe me or not, I prefer that because I want to hit hard when I actually hit, when I actually crit. So the rolls are pretty same. It's 1 2 7 1, you know, as usual. But it is these pieces which makes a difference to this build, and it is pretty scary how close the Lone Star and this build is. Like Lone Star have 7,500 firearms, this one has 7,000, the other one has 3,200, this one has 4,000, almost 3,500, the other one had 3,200, yeah, and electronics are very close, like 5,000 here, and the other one had 5,100 and all that stuff. It is a good solid build, and you don't have to depend that it have to proc, or you have to build up your stacks when it comes to striker, or somebody have to throw a grenade at you when it comes to final measure, and all that stuff. And at the same time, it's very simple build. Like if you, like I said, like if you have family, if you have children, you don't have to grind all day just to get it. You might get lucky and get the knee pad and the holster, and that would be enough if you have already these pieces from the previous patch. And you can also run refreshed, you can run anything you want, and also vigorous chest piece, and yeah, you'll be pretty good set. So there we go. So if you find this build very helpful, please check out my Twitch channel and leave it a follow. I will be leaving a link in the description, and subscribe if you would like to see more content of Division, PUBG, upcoming Wildlands and all that stuff. And tell me, you can ask any questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Or something kind of like that. Shit, that was bad.